What up? What up? What up? How you doing? Happy, look, we're all festive. Happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, everybody. Tell me, I did some goofing with the system here today. Hopefully y'all can hear me. How's the audio? Would somebody let me know if the audio is coming through loud and clear? But look, I'm rocking the sweater that my daughter got me. It does lights and everything. Look at this thing's awesome. He sees you when you're sleeping. He sees you everywhere. But what up, everybody? It is Horror Movie Monday, and we got some stuff to talk about. I went to the movies last night and saw a pretty terrible movie. I didn't even bother doing a review on it, and but it did have some interesting trailers before, so we're going to talk about some of those. We're going to talk about the homework assignment of the two Christmas horror movies that were assigned to you if you watched a couple days ago on the live stream, and just talk about what else is coming up, different things, what's going on, whatever you want to talk about. And I have this right here. I got this in the mail today from Gale. I have not even cut it open. We're going to open my first Christmas present of the season from the legend who is Gale. Thank you so much for that, Gale. You absolutely rock. But before we dive in everything, let me say hello to all of you, and hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday and start to your week, your last week before Christmas. So hopefully you're all either getting done with the shopping or working on it or getting close or saying the heck with it. I'm not buying anything for anybody. But look, there he is, Gale. Hello, my fellow legends. That time of the season. It is that time of the season. What's up? And man, yes, this was the early gift from my daughter. I absolutely love it. So cool. So I guess technically Gale's gift would be my second Christmas gift of the season right here. I guess technically. But the first one I'm opening for sure. So Michael McNally, what's up, Michael? How you doing? And look at this, Antonis coming through with this super chat right here. Hey, OGP, I watched a first-time watch Christmas horror movie last night called Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1984. Have you seen it? Antonis, that is regarded, a lot of people argue that is the greatest Christmas horror movie of all time. Personally, my favorite is Black Christmas, but that is in the top 5. So that I've definitely seen that many times. You should, there's 4 sequels. You should check them all out. At least 4. I think there's 4 because there's Silent Night, Deadly Night, like 1 through 5. So definitely recommend checking all of them out if you were a fan of the first one there. But thank you again, Antonis, for that super chat. You rock, homeboy. You absolutely rock. Brian Sanchez, what up, Brian? And Jude, what's going on, Jude? How you doing? I said, G fam, what's up? Mario Masashi. Look at this. The no longer lurking, or for the moment, no longer lurking Balzer. What's going on, Balzer? How you doing? Merry Christmas to you all, and especially you, Balzer. Good to see you. And yes, Merry Christmas to you. Jeff, what up, Jeff? Sound good? Thank you very much. I always like to just check after I change some things around. The computer was giving me a little like wonky stuff, and I was like, I'm going to nip this right in the bud before we have problems, and I'm going to get it all taken care of. So I spent the day working on that. But Brian, it is indeed.
It's vamp time.
It's fucking fan time. Oh yeah, baby. I got a little amped with that one. The hat went a little crazy. But yes, gotta love some, man, I'm telling you. Every time I think of
it's vamp time.
Every time I think of vamp time, I always think of the Punisher, because Thomas Jane, great Punisher. And we have a new Daredevil season coming out before too long, with the Punisher gonna be in it. John Bernthal gonna be at Creep I.E Con. Are you kidding me? And if that wasn't enough for you, Creep I.E just announced today that they're going to have Elvira there. Excuse me. Still dealing with some stuff here. But Elvira is going to be at Creep I.E Con. I'm like, no way. They're just like, basically, they're like, just every celebrity who's ever done anything horror, we're just going to get them all. We're just going to get them all. That's what we're going to do. That's what it seems like anyways. But look at this, Robert C. the Legend. Robert, what's going on? How you doing? Looking forward to the new Superman trailer. Man, fingers crossed, but lots of fun looking stuff coming up. We will be doing a looking forward to next year video in the next few days, probably right after Christmas. Looking at the movies I'm looking forward to see, and then my favorites of this year, kind of like a recap and a looking at next year. Lots of fun stuff, but I got a few that I want to talk about right now. Mr. Bones, what up? Wicked Network, what up? DG is in the house. What's going on, DG? And Christian, what's going on, homeboy? Buckaroo Bros. Merry Christmas to you as well. And so, Antonis says, how does Nick get a hold of all the celebs for Creep I.E? Does he email their agents? So, Antonis, that is probably a trick of the trade that I don't know. But even if I did, I don't think it would be something that should be shared. I don't really know how they do it, and I don't think that's, they don't want to put out obviously everybody's contact information. So because there are good people out there that would respect it, but then there's also people who wouldn't respect those boundaries. So I'm not really sure. There goes your money, OGP, for yeah. Well, I already have. Where is she? Oh, Elvira's up there. I got Elvira's autograph already, so I'm good. I don't need to get her autograph, but it will be cool to see her in person, like such a legend. It would be very, very cool. So, Brian, I hate to say it, but no, I have not seen that yet. Last week just was kind of feeling under the weather and stuff, and I did not get out to any movies. This week, all I saw in theaters was Kraven the Hunter, and at some point I'm gonna see Werewolves. I definitely desperately want to see that. I just have not had a chance to get that, and I wanted to see the Trailer Park Boys movie too. I have not seen that yet either, so I will be trying to see those in the next few days. Which is the good thing is there's not much coming out this week that I'm too excited about. Sorry, I'm a little. I haven't done much talking today, and now that I'm talking, it's kind of like the stuff is coming up. So I apologize. Logan, what's going on? My favorite Christmas movie, Life of Brian. Life of Brian, man. You want to talk about? Well, I think Life of Brian's out with my comedies now, but man, Monty Python movies didn't get much better. Gale says Werewolf is the Werewolves is a good movie. Nice, good to know. Kraven the Hunter is the final 2024 superhero movie I want to see, and we'll see soon on digital. Kraven is getting shredded, says Jeff, and deservedly so. So just a little bit about Kraven. I won't go too much into spoilers, but Kraven, I was excited for it because the trailer looked great. It looked like action, it looked violence, a lot of fighting. It looked very cool. Lots of good things. But when you watch the movie, basically it's nothing like the trailer. There are some decent fighting scenes. There's a couple great little action sequences. But the story is like, it leaves a lot to be desired. The characters are just goofy. These kills happen so easy. You know what, Kraven, just if you boil down what that character is, that's a very great character. That, a great comic book character. They did not do that character a very good service in this movie. The CG it looked bad. That is a problem when you have a Marvel movie and the CGI it looks bad. That's a problem. There was a lot of bad CGI. There's a female character who shows up who it's like, what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen. And it was funny going in. I tell my daughter, because I went and saw it with my daughter. like there's a list of things that happen in every single Marvel movie. You get the superhero pose, one hand on the ground, the other up in the air. You get the superhero who like can't do it on his own, so has to get help, and like all check all the bucket lists, or like not bucket list, but check all the items on the list that have to be in a Marvel movie, and you get them. It was bad. It was hokey. I was pretty disappointed, and walking out of the theater, everybody was yawning. 2 hours and 7 minutes. They put a lot into the backstory, and once it got into the action, it was just so like it was either quick or stupid. And I mean, there's like a scene with a car, and it's just like, man, this could be great. Like you have a chance for a great action sequence, and it was just cheesy. It was so. The hate that Kraven is getting is very much deserved. I hate to say it. I was shooting a movie review, and then when we walked out of the movie, I told my daughter, I go like, I'm not even going to finish this. It's basically what you're hearing is what you got. So like, what's the point of me reiterating all that in a separate video? So I was like, I'm just going to talk about it tomorrow. And that's that. So Kraven, it's not the worst movie ever. I've seen some really bad movies. But right now, I mean, it probably gets a 4 out of 5 from me, or like a 2 stars. So just not so good. The trailer did look decent, but reviews are horrible. I'm a little surprised. Yes, exactly. Werewolves was good. Lou Diamond Phillips has a credit in it. Nice. I think I heard that Lou Diamond Phillips was going to be in there. Still have to see Kraven. Yeah, I would save your money. Watch it when you can at home. That's my recommendation. When I was 11 or 12, my mom brought home an Elvira Coors standing cardboard cutout. That would be bad. That would be standing right here if I had something like that. Because I was a fan of One Day, it just disappeared. That sucks, DG. That sucks. Oh man. So in addition to talking about Kraven, we got to talk about the trailers. But also, I recently watched Dead Air and Dreamcatcher, 2 other movies that Gale sent me. We'll talk about those tonight. And this was the homework: A Cadaver Christmas and All the Creatures Were Stirring. One of these I enjoyed. One kind of sucked ass. We'll talk about that. And this week, theater-wise, I don't know. If I go to the theater, it'll be to see Werewolves. There's not much coming out this week that I care about. But next week, Nosferatu, Christmas Day, right? Coming out Christmas Day. So it's going to get released a day or 2 earlier than normal. But very much looking forward to that. So in the theater, they played before, and I've seen this trailer a couple times now, but they played the trailer for Love Hurts with, I don't even know how you say his name, Short Round, Data, we'll just call him that. He is like a retired assassin, and things happen that make him come out of retirement, and it looks badass. And I love the fact that you have Data, and at the very beginning of the trailer now, you got Mikey. You got 2 of the Goonies in the same movie, and that was very cool. But the movie looks great. And I don't know if Data is like a real martial artist or not, like if he's a real badass, or if that was just training for the movie. But he looks like he could, stand up there and fight with the best of them. So it looks very good. I'm very much looking forward to Love Hurts. And Heart Eyes, they played that. Yeah, no, Antonis, I know his name. Kiwa Quinn. That's like trying to say that. I struggle with that. But Heart Eyes and Balls Right. See, I'll get to you in a second on that comment. Heart Eyes also. So Love Hurts comes out the week before Valentine's Day, and then Heart Eyes comes out on Valentine's Day, or like that week. Heart Eyes looks amazing. If you have not seen the trailer for that, check it out. It's a killer who is trying to kill any couples. So if you're like a over-the-top lovey-dovey couple, you're toast. That looks great. They played that again. Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg. They played that. That looks pretty fun. I'm a lot more excited for Love Hurts and Heart Eyes than I am Flight Risk, but Flight Risk looks pretty fun as well. And then, of course, we got the 28 Years Later trailer. It was not, they did play that at the movie theater. I did see that at the theater too. The 28 Years Later trailer, so we're getting that in the summer coming up. So we're still several months away. But I think it looks good. It looks very different from the first two movies. And I think rightfully so, because 8 years later, a lot of things have changed. And I'm kind of wondering what's going on with like the code words that you hear talking, like coming from that broadcast. It looks very good. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I heard they shot it with an iPhone. And so when I was watching the trailer, I was like, ooh, how is this going to look? Now, the problem is the theater that we saw Craven the Hunter in was like a laser theater, and it's like a curved laser theater. So parts of the corners were cut off and the screen was a little bit wonky. I've decided I don't like that laser. I'd rather just see it on a smaller screen at like a normal screen. So I don't know if the image for 28 Years Later looked a little wonky because of the fact of the theater I saw it in, or if because it was shot with supposedly an iPhone. I don't know. I've seen 2 other movies now completely shot with iPhones. One, I cut in half and threw in the trash. The other one, I don't own a physical copy of, but I helped make, and that was Master Chaos's found footage movie, Heretics, that just came out. And because it was found footage, of course, it was shot with cell phones. So it made sense just for continuity, shoot it all with cell phones. Now, 28 Years Later looks great, coming out summer. Very much looking forward to that. Oh, the other one, just saw this trailer. Return of the Living Dead, coming out next Christmas, about a year from now. The trailer doesn't give us too much. It's more like a teaser. You just kind of see gates open on the cemetery, snow, and like Christmas lights kind of moving across. I hope it's good. In my opinion, the Evil Dead franchise took it in the ass when it came to Evil Dead Rise. That movie sucked in many ways. I really hope that they don't do that with Return of the Living Dead. I really hope that that it's not agenda driven or like political bullshit. So we will see about that. But the trailer was very cool looking. Teaser really was very cool looking. So Return of the Living Dead, that's coming out too. So lots of fun stuff. Be on the lookout. Next week is going to be a little wonky for me. Rather than doing like a horror movie Monday, I'm torn. So next Monday at 3:00, I'm going to be with family, having a family dinner with like, like extended family. I was not estranged and not distant, but extended family. We're going to be out in the Palm Springs area having dinner. And so I won't be 7 p.m. next Monday. I'm not sure what time will be, but I will do a live stream next Monday at some point. If I think it's going to be really late, then I'll try and do it before, maybe like noon or something. But it's Christmas week. Everybody should be on vacation. So hopefully most of you, if I do an earlier in the day video, will still be able to join me for that and talk about what's going on in the world of horror a week from now. So I will let you know about that. And then probably middle of the week, sometime after that, we will do the year in review / looking forward to next year, a live stream where I'll recap my favorite and least favorite movies of this year and then talk about what we're looking forward to next year. So that'll be next week. And yes, it's the 16th and I have like 6 or 7 videos that we shot in New York that I got to get out. I know I've just wasn't feeling well, didn't feel good enough to even be in here. And then a couple days ago, I sat down here and did a live stream and got back going again. And I started getting the videos edited, but like the computer was being kind of wonky, so I had to deal with some stuff. And I don't want to release right when I was doing the daily videos. It fucked over this channel so bad. I thought doing daily videos, I thought, oh, everybody's gonna love this. You get a daily video from me. If it's content you don't want to watch, don't watch. Watch tomorrow, whatever. But the algorithms went, and I mean, we took, you know, the viewership and cut it not like more than half. It was like ridiculous how few views the channel was getting. So I don't want to put out videos too quickly. So I'm going to stagger them. This Thursday, we keep saying this and we keep trying to make this thing happen. I am, once again, last time I was supposed to be down hanging out with Cinestalker, I had to have a plumber come out. We had both of our showers were filling up with water, wouldn't drain. None of the other drains in the house were having any issues, but the showers, you couldn't take a shower. It was just filling up the tubs. So I had to get a plumber out, and by the time they could come out and deal with it, everything was too late for me to make my way down there. This Thursday, I have cleared the slate, and Cinestalker has cleared the slate. I should be down hanging out with Cinestalker, partying it up. So expect a live stream with Cinestalker and I this Thursday, assuming both of us, nothing goofy comes up in our lives between now and then. That's the plan, Thursday. So I think I'm going to probably try and get one of those New York videos out Wednesday morning, and then Thursday we'll have the live stream, and then probably Saturday, the next one. And then I'll release another one on probably like maybe I'll release one on Christmas Eve and one on Christmas Day, and try and spread them out a little bit like that. But they are coming. They are coming. I apologize. Brian says, on Friday, I'm going to see the Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I've enjoyed the first and second Sonic movies. Nice. See, and Brian, so Master Chaos, I believe, if I remember right, Master Chaos enjoyed those movies too. I have not seen them. I love, like, Sonic the Hedgehog was one of my favorite video games, especially on the Sega Genesis. Loved playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I've never seen the movies. I'm not too much into animation or, you know, even movies that are like Ted. It got Marky Mark and it's got a bear. I've seen parts of Ted and it's hysterical. I'm sure the Sonic the Hedgehog movies are great, but they're just not anything that I care enough about to go watch. So I have not seen them yet. And if you go see them, I hope it's great and I hope you enjoy it. I probably won't be checking it out or doing a review. So don't hold your breath on a review from me on that. And that's kind of why I'm like, okay, if I go to the movies this week, it will be to see Werewolves if it's still playing somewhere around here. DG, when I asked about it, she just kind of didn't seem concerned about it. Wasn't until I was older, I realized she must have gotten rid of it because I was at the age of puberty. That's hysterical. As long as you weren't poking holes in it and doing nasty things to it, should have been fine, right? The movie Stalled. Stalled is a UK Zombies Christmas movie. It's on Tubi. I have on DVD. Yes, I remember you mentioned that, Gale, and I just haven't gotten around to it because in the last couple days, I watched these two, and I have watched two Krampus movies and Craven. So I've seen like 5 movies total in the last couple days. The Krampus movies, I'm going to be doing a video with John Ward on his channel. We're going to record it Saturday night. He'll probably put it out Sunday. But we're going to review the Krampus. I hesitate to use the word franchise because Krampus is like anybody could make a Krampus movie. And a lot of these movies, they're not that great. Krampus, the original Krampus, phenomenal movie. But we're going to dive into all the Krampus movies and talk about as many of them as we can. And we're going to watch between now and then as many as we can. So I have watched Granny Krampus, Krampus the Reckoning. Those were the 2. And then I've also seen of course, you know, the original Krampus, the naughty cut, not too long ago. So we're going to be talking about that over there. But we do need to talk, and I did not get around to picking out a couple other Christmas horror movies to watch, to talk about next week. But we can figure that out tonight while we're going here. So yes, that is So Craven. I get it. I've never seen the show, but I understand there is a show called That's So Raven. I do believe Fluffy is making a little play on words about there. Deadpool fanatic, what up? Just ordered the Mean One Blu-ray Steelbook. Decent. Speaking of Steelbooks, I am very concerned. We've known Best Buy got rid of their movies. Target was getting rid of their movies. Barnes & Noble doesn't have too much in the way of movies anymore. Walmart was supposed to be taking the Steelbooks, right? And for a while, I was starting to see Steelbooks on this end cap at Walmart. I walked into Walmart yesterday, day before. The end cap is gone. It's gone. They have the two little sections of movies, and that's it. They have shrunk their movie section again. I am very concerned. And with now, like we talked about the other night, with LG stopping making Blu-ray players, I actually went out. I went to Costco. I went to Walmart, went to Target, was looking for a nice, I want to get a 4K player, leave it in the box and put it up somewhere. And now I got 4K player here. I got 4K player in the bedroom. We got another Blu-ray player out there. I've got a few around, and I got a DVD player over here, this combo with the VCR. So I got stuff right now, but I want the one that like 10, 15 years from now, when one of these die, that I have a backup, because good luck finding them. Like right now, if you try to find a VCR, it's very hard. They're very expensive. So I'm looking around trying to get one of those, but we knew like there was a light at the end of the tunnel as far as physical media going away when Best Buy announced that they were going to discontinue carrying movies. But now with Target, with them gone, Target, there was not one movie in the store, not one. So, and Barnes & Noble used to have a gigantic section. They have one little shelf. And who knows how long that's going to last. And that's only, like Criterion's, Arrow Video, stuff like that. So it's sad. It is just very sad. Physical media collectors, that light at the end of the tunnel is getting bigger. It's getting bigger. We are almost there. So who knows how much longer they're even going to be producing DVDs at all, man. It's a bummer. But that's awesome. Got the Mean One Blu-ray coming. Very cool, Deadpool. Let's see. Jude says, I don't remember if All the Creatures Were Stirring is in the buy pile, but I did watch it last year along with Red Christmas. Red Christmas, I wanted that to be better. That's the one, I believe, if I remember right, D. Wallace. Fluffy and I watched that, and it was rough. Red Christmas was rough. Now, we'll talk about these in just a moment, but before I go on too much longer, I do want to open this gift that Gale sent. I'm fighting off opening it all day, but after we open that, we will talk about these two movies. So right now, I should have put up a poll question, but do you think A Cadaver Christmas or All the Creatures Were Stirring? Which one do you think I thought sucked, and which one did I kind of enjoy? That's the question of the hour here. So let's see. I watched Mousetrap a couple weeks ago. It was so bad it was entertaining. So Kevin, John Ward enjoyed Mousetrap. It was so bad that it frustrated me. John Ward really loves it though. Anyone see Red One? Is it worth the time? Kevin, I did. I went, my daughter and I went, and we enjoyed it. It's kind of, I equate it to like an Avengers Christmas movie. It doesn't have Avengers in it, but it has a lot of different characters that from Christmas movies pop up in this thing, and it's pretty fun. It's a popcorn movie. It's hokey. It's kind of forgettable, but it's definitely worth a watch. And it's one that I'll probably add to the collection at some point. I just watched Ghoulies 3, House 3 for the first time. Love them both. Great fun. Nice. Yeah, classics right there. Absolute classics. I got 2 region-free Blu-ray players stashed. My high-end Oppo player has finally died. Oh, bummer. Yeah, well, that's good. You got to keep them stashed. You got to keep the players there because eventually you're not going to be able to find them no more. A Panasonic UHD 450 is under 200. Nice. See, and that's where, like I'm kind of debating on the brand and looking around. I'm kind of shopping before I dive in because I want to make sure I get a real good one that I'm comfortable with, that years from now I can pull off the shelf and it's going to work. Liv, what's up, Liv? How you doing? Is Smile 2 worth having on Blu-ray? Haven't seen it. In my opinion, Nick, I don't plan on buying it. Smile 1, I was kind of okay with. Smile 2 was not as good, in my opinion. A lot of people felt like Smile 2 was better than the first one, but I wasn't the biggest fan. Something to do with chugging water, like in a kind of cringy way. Have you watched Silent Night? Tubi, Mousetrap is so bad on Tubi. Yeah, no, Mousetrap, it was pretty rough. Silent Night, so if we're talking Silent Night, the one with Santa with the flamethrower from 2012, phenomenal. There's also Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, Bloody Night. There's a lot of them, but they're all great. But the one from 2012 with the flamethrower is amazing. So here we go. Let's do this. NG, what up? Why are people shooting down fake UFOs? What's happening? I know, NG, right? So there's a lot of these drones popping up all over the United States. It's crazy. It is very crazy. Jude says, all the creatures were stirring sucked. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Let's dive into this. Let's open this box. Gale sent this. It arrived in the mail today. And so I am cutting it open. Gale always packages everything so well and make sure they don't get damaged. Okay, so here we go. I've got it. I believe I can open it now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. Opening this. And Gale seemed very excited for me to check this out. So here we go, opening it, and we have a card right here. Very nice. I will check that out. And Gale, should I read the card on the video here? Sometimes Gale, and I talk about like personal things and stuff, but I'll open it up. We'll take a look at it for sure. But here's the gift. Look at this. It's in here. Let's see what this is. I have no idea what this is going to be, but it feels like some type of, yes. What's in the box? We're going to find out right now. A Michelle Soe film. What is it? Delamore? One of the best Italian horror films ever made. No way. Oh, it's Cemetery Gates. Oh, shit. What? I'm like, I'm reading the front and it's in Italian. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. But then on the side, it's, Cemetery Man. I said Cemetery Gates. I got Cemetery Gates over there. Cemetery Man. No way. And it's from Severin and it's brand new. What? Oh, Gale, this is too much. Gale, this is too much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you absolutely rock. Love you, Gale. This, oh man, how cool is that? Oh, Cemetery Man. This has been needing to get in the collection, and the Severin. How cool is this, Jeff? Yes, this is an awesome gift. So I think we're gonna have to open this up, take a look at it. But I want to see the card here. Gale attached a card also. Oh man, Gale, thank you so much. Wow, this is just too much. You're too kind. And so Gale has the beautiful Christmas card here, and I will put it out in the living room. We have our tree, and we put our Christmas cards on the tree there. And so Gale says, well, the card says, with many warm wishes, especially for you, and a wonderful Christmas and New Year too. That's awesome, Gale. Thank you so much. Wanted to wish you and your family a wonderful Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope that you your next year is better for health, and I hope so too. And my same wishes to you as well, Gale. You and your family. I hope that you all are having a very good turn of health and have a lovely 2025. Man, so cool. Yeah, House of G fam. Yeah, Cemetery Gates. Definitely one of my favorite Pantera songs as well. But it's a pretty fun movie too. But man, Cemetery Man, Gale, you rock. Oh my goodness. Let's open this up here. And so I used to have, I'm not going to open it until I'm going to watch it just in case or whatever. But here's the thing. There are certain movies that I'm not getting rid of. I'm not going to sell. So there's no sense in holding off opening it. And so we're going to open this up right now. Oh my goodness, Gale. I am flabbergasted. I'm like, just, I would say I'm speechless. I'm not. I'm at a loss for words trying to figure out what I could say to really show my true gratitude here. Man, look at that artwork. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Man, look at that. Severin, man, they do know how to make something look nice. Sometimes, and Severin puts out some great movies, but sometimes they put out some dogs. But this is definitely not one of them. Man, look at this case. So nice. And then, so we have the booklet here and all kinds of like still images and stuff from the movie. So cool. Look at that artwork. That's great. And then there it is. What? Oh my goodness. 4K Cemetery Man. Are you kidding me? Oh, Gale. This is, I love this. This is so cool. Wow. So you got feature and extras right there on Blu-ray. Cemetery Man additional extras right there. And the Cemetery Man 4K. I'm sorry, Mr. John Ward. I know I'm supposed to be watching more Krampus movies, but guess what I'm watching tonight? I will not be watching Krampus tonight. I will be definitely checking this out tonight. Oh man, that Gale, this is so cool. Look, we're gonna put this right here, right there. How cool! You can't. It's kind of dark, so it's hard to see it, but that is so cool. And for now, we'll just set the Christmas card right back here as well. We'll block Buddy. It's blocking Buddy. Gale, you rule. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Man, I'm blown away. That's been on my list forever, and I absolutely love that. And I understand why you were, you seemed excited to get that out here. I love it. I absolutely love it. Kevin. And so Cemetery Gates is a Pantera song, obviously, but it's also a movie too. Yeah. Yes, I know. Cemetery Man. So good. Yes. Little golf clap action right there. It is a very awesome gift. Yes. Have you ever seen Panic Room? Kind of older movie. Just watched it. Pretty good. So, let me see here. Jodie Foster, right? That's what we're talking about. Meg and her daughter play a deadly game of cat and mouse with three intruders. Burnham, who played by Forrest Whitaker, Dwight Yoakam, and Jared Leto during a brutal home invasion, but Panic Room, into which I have seen this. It's been a while, but this is one that is definitely worthy of having in the collection. If you don't have it, I highly recommend getting yourself a copy. But it's one that I definitely deserves a rewatch from me. I haven't seen it in quite a while, but yes, have seen that. It is a great gift. Gale is an absolute legend. I'm floored. I am so floored. That is so awesome. And this is Gale recently sent me Dead Air, brand new also. Look like, and this was from what's the name of the company that put this out? TerrorVision. And so I had been wanting this for a long time. Somebody mentioned Dead Air, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put that on the list. I love Bill Moseley, and this is great. This is great. Dead Air was so much fun. So Dead Air is basically Bill Moseley plays a radio, kind of a shock jock DJ, and it's they're going on the air, and Bill Moseley's running late. He's having like things going on, and like his life is chaotic. Well, he gets there, and his ex-wife is the producer of the radio show. And there's two other people there, two other guys, and they're doing the radio show when like the zombie apocalypse basically breaks out outside. And I won't go into all the details on what happens and how, you know, the movie winds up, but basically all hell breaks loose outside, starting at these like sporting events. Somebody puts some things out there, and then it just spreads. And at first they kind of don't believe what's going on, and then they start to realize, and then they're trying to survive and broadcast at the same time. I thought this, for being a lower budget movie, this is phenomenal. I loved it, and whoever recommended it originally, thank you. And Gale, again, oh my goodness, thank you so much for sending this, Gale. This is so cool. I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled to have Dead Air and Cemetery Man, Dead Air, and also I just watched Dreamcatcher, which the cast, Morgan Freeman, Thomas Jane, Jason Lee, Damian Lewis, Timothy Olyphant, Tom Sizemore, and Donnie Wahlberg. Are you kidding me? How do you get that kind of cast together for one movie? This was phenomenal too. And this is one that John Ward wasn't the biggest fan of. And John Ward is a big Stephen King movie nut. I think he has like a whole section in his apartment for Stephen King movies. I thought it was fun. I love the cast, and I loved, so you get these flashbacks to when this group of friends are kids, and they did such a great job casting the kids that were supposed to grow up into the folks, the main stars. So it was really good. A little bit of like a Goonies vibe at times, a little bit of a Goonies vibe with the kids and the adventure and stuff. But man, just Dreamcatcher was so good. And I love that, I mean, all the cast was great, but I love that like Thomas Jane was like the lead in it, like it was so cool. So cool. And this movie here definitely constitutes a little.
It's vamp time.
Thomas Jane.
It's vamp time.
It's vamp time. Minus the goofy beard.
It's vamp time.
Yeah, the beard and the vamp time is hysterical. But again, and there's other movies that Gale sent along with these that are sitting over there in my watch pile, and I've still got to get to those. But man, Gale, thank you so much. I truly mean it, man. I love you, bro. And this is just, you're too kind. You're too kind, Gale. Thank you so much. Man, I've had a lot of great movie watching. Oops, there's somebody at the front door. Forgive the phone there, but man, it was so good. It was so good. Let's see here. Jeff, we all need friends like Gale. Gale is like one of the most kindest, generous, loving people I've ever met in my life. I absolutely love that guy. What Jody didn't realize is her diabetic daughter is into vampire femboys. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I hope you enjoy it. I am going to, and I will be posting about it, and I'll message you and let you know what I think of Cemetery Man after I check it out. I'll be checking it out tonight, so I'll probably message you about that tomorrow, Gale. So cool. Gonzo, what up, Gonzo? How you doing? How you doing? Dreamcatcher is awesome. All right, I love it. It was so good. Yeah, love Dreamcatcher. It's a lot like It. Yes, very, very much. And that's where, like, we think of, movies with kids, the kind of flashback adventure kind of things. It's, they're, yeah, and I get the It, you've got the, the bullies and stuff, but I kind of think like Stand By Me too, a little of those vibes. You ever see the movie Massages? I don't think I've seen a movie called Massages. I don't think so, Gonzo. I don't think so. I recommend Dead Air. Early. Oh, you were the one that recommended it too. Okay. And that's what I couldn't remember. I could not remember. But that's awesome, Gale. I love it. And I love the artwork. It's cool. Like, and on the back, especially after watching it, broadcasting live for as long as possible. Yes, that's what's happening. It's so cool. This is so good. So happy to have that in the collection, as well as Are You Kidding Me? Cemetery Man. Heath B, what up, Heath B? Is Wet Movie giving me a back rub? I recorded it. What? Oh man. Okay. So all right. I'll make sure Wet Movie sends me that video. Oh man. Are you man? Days of the Dead is in the middle of January in Vegas. Creep I.E is at the end of January. But before either of those is the Hollywood show. And all I got to say about the Hollywood show is I am expecting it to be tight. Oh, man. Oh, so there's a lot going on in January. Damn it. I'm in trouble. And Gonzo's in trouble too. So's Wet Movie 1. Although Wet Movie 1, I don't think is going to get be able to go out to Vegas for Days of the Dead. So he's going to have to suck it. But, hey, there's so much goodness coming up in January when it comes to conventions. Cemetery Man is a must-own for horror fans. Yes, and so I have heard. I will be checking it out tonight. I will be. Exuma was an interesting movie. Yeah, you know what? So as far as a lot of the Well Go USA or just Asian movies, if it's not like super martial art, fight, action, fight, a lot of their movies can be very dark and you got to pay close attention to them. But that one, it was, I mean, it wasn't the best Well Go USA movie they ever put out, but it wasn't bad. It was very well put together. And the story, and it's one of those ones, sometimes I want subtitles. Sometimes I want to watch, I want the English dub. When there's heavy dialogue, and at times in that movie, I was like, man, I kind of would rather have the dialogue, or the dub, even though it's usually sounds hokey. But just because I felt myself like reading too much in that would have been my only knock on that. But a slower burn, definitely a slower burn for Exuma. Sorry if this has been asked already. Are you excited for the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer? Paranoid Android, that has not been brought up yet. No, and we talked about the trailers for Love Hurts and Hard Eyes, Flight Risk, Return of the Living Dead 28 years later, but we have not talked about I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it sounds like Jennifer Love Huge. I was gonna say it, but then I was like, I don't know if I should really say it like they say in, I think it was in Scary Movie where they call her Jennifer Love Huge, but Jennifer Love Hewitt, I guess is probably pretty much coming back for it. I think we'll see how it goes. If it's a flat out reboot, restarting everything, I don't know. But if it's a continuation, kind of like my boy right here, if it's kind of like that, I think I'm going to like it better. But either way, it is a movie that I'm very excited and I'm very much looking forward to. Pray for the victims of the Soulless Act. What happened in Wisconsin? I heard it was a juvenile female shooter. Wow. God save the children. Yeah. You know what? It is sad that anytime you hear of these random acts of violence, and there's been a lot of stabbings lately too. It is very sad. And I don't know that this one was random. I don't know that it was targeted, like she was going after that teacher or whoever. But it sucks. You go to work, you go to school, you go to church, you go wherever you go to the mall, you go to the movies. you should not have to worry about looking over your back that somebody's going to pull a gun out and start shooting up the place. It is very sad. And yes, NG, it's disappointing. Anytime you hear about another situation like that, it's just like, come on, people, when are we going to knock this shit off? It's sad. And unfortunately, so, I heard that the shooter was also killed. So, I mean, even if she didn't die, such a young life just thrown away. It's just sad. It very much is. Antonis, do you have a 4K player that plays Region B? And yes. Yep, right there. How did you like New York? Did you have fun? Mario, it was amazing. It was phenomenal. I have a bunch of videos coming. I just haven't gotten them edited, put them out yet. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. We did so many different things. I love that city, especially at New York. We had an absolute blast. Gonzo, I got to ask, the Chiefs fan. Chiefs can suck it. How do you feel about Chiefs dynasty? We're trying to be like you. Yeah. So here's the thing. You got to give it to Mahomes. And you got to give it to what's his name? The coach. Why am I drawing a blank? It's not Holmgren. What's the coach's name? You got to give it to him when he said, you know what, we're going to move on from Smith, right? Alex Smith. We're going to let Alex Smith go, and we're going to bring Patrick Mahomes in, and we're going to let him, lead the helm, take the helm. And I was like, wow, Alex Smith was doing pretty good. How are you going to just let him go? And it sucked for him because he went to Washington and just basically career-ending injury. But Mahomes, man, he's impressed. As much as I hate it, he's kind of like what what's his name? Up in Seattle. Or in Seattle is like, if you did not have like a 3-score lead with like 2 minutes left in the game, Seattle was going to find a way to come back. And Russell Wilson. And they were going to find a way to come back. And Green Bay knows all too well about that. The Chiefs are the same way. If you don't have at least a 2-score lead with 2 minutes left, and if you can't run the ball and burn that clock, the Chiefs are going to come back and they're going to win the game. And it gets frustrating. I'm glad they lost one. I didn't want to see the Chiefs be the first team since Miami to go undefeated. And I hope somebody knocks them off in the playoffs. I mean, Buffalo's already beat them. I think they could give them a run for their money. I don't know that anybody in the NFC, I mean, the Eagles are good, the Detroit's good, but I don't think any of them are going to beat Buffalo or KC in the playoffs. So I think it's Buffalo or KC's to win this year. And as much as I hate both those teams, I would rather see Buffalo win it than KC win another one. But Patrick Mahomes got that injury now. We'll see. I mean, there's still enough season left before you get into the playoffs that he'll have time to heal. But high ankle sprain, if it's lingering or whatever, if it slows him down, that could mean trouble for the Chiefs. So we'll see how that goes. We just got constitutional carry this last year in South Carolina. Man, that'll never happen in California, but man, I wish it would, because I'm telling you, if I was sitting there and I was holding and I see somebody start shooting, Marine instincts are going to take over and we're going to put that person down. And unfortunately, the shooter, if they pull a gun out and start shooting people, they need to be stopped. You know, you got to put them down. It sucks, but it's just something. And so I wish we could do that here, but unfortunately not. But if I was you, I was living in South Carolina. Yeah, I would have something on me at all times. I hate to say it, but I just would. Let's see here. I know what you did last summer, remake or whatever is going to be dumb. Jude is not looking forward to it. Can you please send me a picture or link of the player you just pointed to? It's okay. Yeah, I don't even remember what brand it is, but I'll take a look, Antonis, let you know. Why did that woman even do that? I have questions. Yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Anytime these shootings happen, it's frustrating. Vikings, I'll tell you what, man, Vikings, they got a solid team. It's just like, are they, and the North, aside from the Bears, the North, I don't think Green Bay is going to have enough, but man, the Vikings and Detroit, those are two good-looking teams. Like your shirt with light on cool scream shirt. Yeah, so it's like one of those ugly Christmas sweater kind of things, but it's really cool Christmas sweater. That my daughter got for me, and yeah, the lights blink, and I have them on that speed. They do blink a little bit faster, or they go solid like that, which here it wouldn't even make a difference. But here we go. But I thought this would probably make everybody like it might be annoying on video to be that fast for a while. But there they are right there. That's cool as that, and it makes noise too. There you go. How cool is that? Oh man, yeah, no, very awesome gift I got from my daughter. Please let my Steelers knock off the Chiefs on Christmas Day. I'll tell you what, I will be rooting for your Steelers. I will be. Didn't you do a review on your 4K player? I did a review on one of the 4K players. I did. Yes. I'm not sure if that's the one that's still down here or not, because I swapped some things a while back. And the one that I did a review on might be in the bedroom now. We'll have to see. I'll figure it all out. I don't trust Sam Darnold. Yeah, no, but when you have a damn good team, I mean, there's been some Super Bowl champions that haven't had that all-star quarterback. So you just never know. Cowboys fan here. I can't remember the last time that I've been truly happy. Right. So Paranoid Android, it has been a tough go of it for the Cowboys. I kind of thought, I was figuring that Bill Belichick was going to be down there next year because you have too much talent on that team. Now, a lot of people that are not Cowboy fans will go like, the talent's overrated. It's not really good talent. They got lucky a few times. But I think there is a lot of talent on that team, and they need a coach to put them over the top. It's like you look at like guys like Wade Phillips, great offensive coordinator or defense, whatever he was. And then like Norv Turner, great offensive mind, but not a great head coach. So some of these guys, and I know, down there, you got a Super Bowl winning coach there. But, it's pretty easy to win a Super Bowl when you got a guy like Tom Brady, when you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers in his prime, you got a guy like Brett Favre. These things happen. Is Dak Prescott on that level of Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes? I don't know. I'm not ready to put him there yet. But I just think it's not working. The coach has been there a few years. It might be time for a change. And I kind of think it's going to happen. Or I think it would have happened. Now, the question is, if you move on, who do you go get? I mean, there's going to be some good candidates out there, but are they better than what you got? I don't know. But yeah, it's been a rough go for about over 25 years for Cowboys fans. It's been a while. You want that sweater? She got it. Where'd she get it? Spencer's. My daughter got it at Spencer's. Go find it. You could hopefully find yourself one if you want it. I can't imagine trying to upgrade all my Blu-rays to 4K. And that's where, there's some movies where I'm like, okay, I need this in 4K. The Bourne collection, I needed the Bourne collection in 4K. There's some other movies that I'm just like, you know what? DVD is going to be fine enough. And I'm trying to find a good one here that might have been good enough on DVD. Let's see here. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's some that like, it's like whatever. House Shark. It's fine on DVD. Yeah, it's one you don't even really need in your collection, but I would never upgrade that to 4K. There's some though that I'm like, okay, I want that. Bill's got him a girlfriend in her 20s. I know. And Leonardo DiCaprio has a girlfriend that's 19. And the lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers has a girlfriend who's, I think, also 19. Money talks, man. If you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. You trust Sam to go into Detroit or Philly? I I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think it matters because I think whoever gets the Super Bowl is going to be a formality. I think it's just going to be a formality. It's whoever goes in from the AFC is going to win it. Great players don't always make a great team. Look at the Jets. No, Jeff, that's very true. But the Jets are one of those teams they're just like the Chargers. They're just never going to get it together. They're just never going to get it together. You throw as many great players out there as you want, and they're going to find a way to screw it up. Sony 700 4K player you reviewed. Yeah, that's the one I reviewed. Yes. I don't remember what's right here, though. North Carolina hired Bill Belichick with an eye on a future move to the SEC or Big Ten. And I think bringing in a coach like that will help facilitate that. I just, man, it like watching the video the other day when Brady, Gronk, and Edelman were all on that panel and they were asking him how they thought Bill Belichick would do as a college coach. And they're all like, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see Bill Belichick coaching a college team. Very interesting. Easton, what's up? Easton, how you doing? Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's going to be a big coaching carousel this offseason. Going to be a big coaching carousel. I have a gut feeling Steelers are going to hold on to Wilson next season. Justin Fields will be a New York Jet. Hey, if the Jets go, Jets got problems. They got problems. And here's the thing. Like, I've said it for years. Like, the Chargers, they had this team. They never had the coach. They went out and got the coach this year. They got Harbaugh. The Jets, you bring in Aaron Rodgers, either bring in his puppet or a damn good coach. They went a different route, and so it is what it is. My Niners suck this year. Players quit. No. So the Niners have had a whole lot of injuries. Their season is toast because of those injuries. And there's not much you could do about it. But yeah, that dude that walked out on him, yeah, I would have cut that guy. They suspended him for 3 games. Yeah, that dude, he won't be back next year. Guaranteed. They will cut him. He'll be gone. And he's probably done playing football. Who else is going to pick that guy up? That should go on the poster. House Shark, it's fine on DVD. There you go. House Shark, it's fine on DVD. As a Minnesota snowman, I hope Randy Moss is comfortable. Are we talking Randy Moss because of like the health injury? I know Randy Moss is like sick, but is there other news? I haven't heard. I knew he was sick and he was like stepping away from doing the NFL talk and stuff. But I hope he's okay. Is it terminal what he has? I hope not. Man, so young. I'll upgrade Blue Rizzles to 4K for action flicks, movies with a lot of CGI, 100%. And that's why I'm like the Bourne movies. I had to have them. Everything else is good enough on DVD or Blu-ray. And typically, I'm very much in agreement with you on that. There's some movies that I'm just like, nope. Silence of the Lambs. I gotta have that on 4K. There's some other movies like I gotta have that on 4K. The Halloween movies got them all on 4K. Scream franchise 4K. There's just some that I'm like, I want this on 4K just because of being that big of a fan. Others, you could be a huge fan, but it's just like Silent Night, Deadly Night. Don't need that. That's fine on DVD. Blu-ray would be nice. Don't need to go 4K, but definitely fine over there. So, no, I know Randy Moss was sick, and I knew they didn't say cancer, what I saw, but I figured it was cancer, and it just sucks. But I hope it's not terminal. I hope they're able to beat it. Randy Moss, your icon as a kid. Yeah, Randy Moss was, you want to talk about when he was in his prime. You could debate the GOAT. You really could. There was this guy out in San Francisco for a few years who was pretty badass. But, man, Randy Moss was as flashy as it comes. Now, you could, Terrell Owens was great. He had a lot of drop passes. Randy Moss, usually you threw something his way, you threw something Randy Moss's way, he was catching it. And so, I just, man, T.O., some of these other, wide receivers that were really, really great. Man, to have the wheels like Randy Moss and the hands, he was a special, special player. Yeah. Randy on the path. I know, right? When you put Tom Brady and Randy Moss in their prime, well, I don't remember the exact number of touchdowns they had, but it was absurd. It was freaking ridiculous how often Brady was tossing touchdowns to Randy Moss. It's just crazy. So, but anyways, we got to talk about two movies. We got pretty far off track, but I love it. We're all here having a great time celebrating the holiday season, everything. But we got to talk about these two movies. So I watched these two, and I said one of these was kind of okay. It was pretty good. The other one kind of sucked ass. Let's start with A Cadaver Christmas. It says zombies for the holidays, and one guy will argue that they're cadavers. They're not zombies. The other guy will say they're zombies. But this movie had some very funny moments. Like there's a moment where somebody pulls out a gun and they're going to shoot another guy. And so somebody like dives in the way, like they're going to take the bullet, but they don't shoot. And so this guy just dives and thunk, falls on the ground. Hysterical. Some of the fighting, some of the action scenes, some of the conversations are hilarious in this. There's parts where the jokes miss or fall flat, and there's parts that are a little slow, and it's a little long for what it is. But this is not bad. This really isn't bad. I'm glad I own this. This is a good movie. It's fine on DVD. But this made me laugh quite a bit. A Cadaver Christmas. And I'll read just the synopsis and give a little more of my thoughts. I don't want to give full spoilers on it. But this is definitely fun. I very much recommend it. If you've not seen A Cadaver Christmas, pretty sure you can see them on Tubi. Jeff, where did you watch them? Did you watch it on Tubi? But I'm pretty sure you can see this on Tubi. Let's see. So it says, prepare yourself for a festive holiday-themed zombie comedy unlike any other. A cross between It's a Wonderful Life and Night of the Living Dead, A Cadaver Christmas. Tells the story of an unlikely band of heroes charged with the task of saving the world from an army of living corpses that are quickly recruiting new members. The dead have been given the gift of life this Christmas, and it is up to a university janitor to take it back. So yeah, so the beginning of the movie, I'll just tell you the very beginning. It starts out, you got two guys in a bar. One guy's like kind of, down on his luck. He's alone on Christmas. So he's sitting at the bar drinking, and then you get the bartender. And then this guy shows up covered in blood. And you're like, what the hell? And you're thinking, okay, is he going to kill these guys? What's going on? But they all team up and they go back to the university to fight the zombies together. And it is pretty funny. And then there's the security officer at the college, which we all know security guards, there's certain, not all of them, but there's certain number of rent-a-cops out there that think they have like more power than they really do, or want to take it to a different level. So the girl security is pretty hysterical too, where how important she thinks she is. This is a fun movie. I definitely recommend it. Let's see, how long was it? Does it say? I don't see a runtime right there, but it was a bit long. That I would trim down. Would be a knock on it. And like I said, some of the jokes kind of fell flat, but there's some very funny moments in this. A Cadaver Christmas. I think I rated them on Letterboxd already, but I think I would give this 3 stars. And I would definitely give it a heart. I would definitely, this is one I will definitely watch again at some point. So A Cadaver Christmas, not bad, not bad. Now, if you remember, I said one of the movies was pretty good and the other one sucked ass. So Jude, I agree with you. All the creatures we're stirring sucked ass. This movie, it's an anthology. And the artwork is very cool. It's one of those movies that like the artwork is way better than the movie. So you've got this guy, this weird dude, he meets his girl at a theater, and they're going to go see like a live Broadway show on Christmas because Neither one of them have family or friends or anything else to spend the evening with. So they go to this theater, and I forget the gal's name, but I am... where's her name on here? She's got to be listed on here. Catherine Parker. Wow, they don't have her listed. The girl who kind of hosts the whole thing, well, she's not listed on here. I'm very surprised they don't have her listed on this, because she would be like one of the top billed. But she's been in a lot of other stuff. But so they do these plays. In each different act, it kind of starts with the play actors on the stage, and then it fades into the little bit from the anthology, the little short story. The first one, okay. The second one, okay. And it is very downhill after that. One of them, you've got a guy who locks himself out of his car, and he sees these girls in a van, and he goes over, asks if he can borrow their phone so he can call his wife and call roadside assistance, get his car unlocked, and they set him up, and they basically attach a demon to him, and he can't go home, or he can't go. He has to stay with their van, and he can't go more than 20 feet away from the van, or the demon will kill him, and then it will go kill his family too. It basically gets there, and then it ends. I felt like all the shorts, they didn't really have an end. It was like bad things were happening, and then they just cut to the next one. They didn't really end them. And some of the acting was atrocious. This was just not good. If I didn't like the artwork so much, I would probably throw this away. I don't think you're going to sell it for much. You can find them pretty much anywhere that sells used DVDs. All the creatures were stirring. Great artwork. Dog shit movie. Was not a fan. It just even the ones that were good kind of left me going like, that's how it ends? Like that? Like the one with the guy with the van. Like, why didn't we see him either try and fight this demon, and then maybe the demon kill him and the family? But we just see him there going like, what do I do now? And then it ends. Like, what's up with that? So I don't know. I was very disappointed with this. I had thought that this was going to be much better because of the presentation of the case right here. I mean, it looked like it was going to be pretty good. But it's not. Hard pass on this. This gets probably 2 stars from me, not alike. So, I mean, some of the acting is atrocious in this. So, definite no on all the creatures were stirring, and definite yes for a Cadaver Christmas. So, 1 out of 2. We're not doing too bad. That's all right. So let's see here. Jeff says, I watch Cadaver on Prime for no charge. So there you go. Amazon Prime. You watch it for free. Very good. I watch Creatures on Shudder. So you could go to Shudder and watch this, but I don't recommend it. The story about the evil in the van had potential was short. I know. That should have been like a feature-length film. They were on to something with that story, but it just went nowhere. It was frustrating. So yeah, no, recommend no for all the creatures were stirring. And then Sean, what's up? Sean, 420, what's up? None of the shorts felt complete. 100% agree, Jeff. 100% agree. I'm watching that movie, The Cadaver Christmas, now on Tubi. Thanks to you. Nice, Mario. Yeah, The Cadaver Christmas is a fun one. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little bit slow at times, but I think it's worth it. It's good. Are you going to buy a physical copy of Terrifier 3? No, I don't own 1 or 2, and then I don't plan on buying any of them. And then, that's correct, Mr. Bones. And then I need that's what I need. You know, like it's vamp time. We need an and then. I gotta get one.
It's vamp time.
But we'll just be vamp time instead for now, because that's all that really matters. I'm sure we've all been duped by good artwork before. No, we have. There's a lot of bad movies that have good artwork. There really are. Cadaver could have had more mayhem. I agree, Jeff. There was a lot of times where, like, kind of they're sitting there together, and and it's funny, the two last guys, they're sitting there, and the one guy is like moving the other guy's mouth and talking for him and stuff. It was funny. But yeah, they definitely could have gone with a little more mayhem, that's for sure. Sean, you said something about Pumpkinhead? Yes, we love some good Pumpkinhead. We do love some good Pumpkinhead. It definitely did have some good kills in it, yes. So we need to talk about, we got to figure out what we're going to watch this coming week. So I'm going to try and let's look here, because I have a couple movies here that I want to possibly throw out there. And I'm going to look and see on IMDb. So because I factory reset my computer and everything, I don't have all my favorites or my saved sites and stuff. So I just got to go through IMDb. I'm not logged into Netflix or Tubi or anything over here. So I'm hoping that this movie here, I'm hoping we can watch on Tubi. Let's see. Yes. Boom. Okay. So the first movie that I'm going to watch this week. So if you want the homework assignment to talk about these next week, let's see here. How is this going to go? Yes, here we go. Share that. Boom. Red Snow. That is going to be one of them. Red Snow. I'll be watching that. So that is definitely one. It's available on Tubi. So that will be one of the two movies that I'll be talking about next Monday. Red Snow. I've been wanting to see this for a while. And it is on Tubi. I just looked. It says it is on Tubi. And Red Snow says a struggling vampire romance novelist must defend herself against real-life vampires during Christmas in Lake Tahoe. I'm in. I'm sold. And Red Snow is one that one of you all recommended a while back, and it's been on my list. I just haven't found a copy, and I haven't watched it yet. So Red Snow is on there. And that came out in 2021. It's an hour and 20 minutes. It's only 80 minutes long. It's not that long. But 2021, Red Snow. That's our first one. And then let's see if we can find, I've been wanting to see this one too. And is it Decent? Nice. It's also on Tubi. Let me pull this up here. Get rid of that. Here. And share that. Nutcracker Massacre. I think this is from 2022. But Nutcracker Massacre. That's another one that somebody recommended, and I just haven't seen it yet. But it says it won't be a silent night. It apparently will not be. Patrick Bergin, Nutcracker Massacre. So those are the two. I'm going to try to get to a third movie as well. Let's see. Let me back out of this. But Nutcracker Massacre says, and it is from 2022, and it's only 86 minutes long. It's not too long at all. But it says it follows a novelist who visits her family for Christmas and finds a mysterious Nutcracker doll, which soon becomes possessed and wreaks havoc. So there you go. There you go. Nutcracker Massacre. Definitely been wanting to check that out. And so those are two that we're doing. And now let me check. They're both on Tubi. And let's see here. Fingers crossed if I can find this third one. If this third one's, it's on Netflix. Okay. So you got to have Netflix to watch this third one. But this is one I know, like Matt was telling me about it, and maybe some of you all recommended it as well. But There's Something in the Barn. That is another one that's been on the list. It says it's available on Netflix. So if you've got Netflix, There's Something in the Barn. I'm going to try and watch that as well. I'm making my notes here that they're Tubi, and Netflix. So there's something in the barn. That will be the third, like the bonus. It's at the Red Box. Yeah, just run down to the Red Box and pick it up. You'll be fine. And there's something in the barn. Is that what's his name from? It is Martin Starr from, well, Knocked Up, Spider-Man, Tulsa King. Why am I drawing a blank? Silicon Valley. Oh my God, love Silicon Valley and Tulsa King. He's phenomenal. But Martin Starr is great. So this is, let's see here. Reading about There's Something in the Barn. It says an American family fulfills their dream of moving back to their roots after inheriting a remote cabin in the mountains of Norway. But there is a surprise waiting for them. You've seen it. I think it's Norwegian. It is indeed Norwegian. Yes. The Barn is a foreign film. Yes. And I think maybe John Ward mentioned that to me the other night or something. But there's something in the barn. I've not seen that, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So I'm going to do those three: Red Snow, Nutcracker Massacre, and There's Something in the Barn. And as I watch them, I'll post them on Instagram. I'll like post a picture that I'm watching it to kind of remind, in case you forget which movies I'm watching this week that we'll talk about next week. The Night Before Christmas, horror on Tubi is good. Okay, nice. The Night Before Christmas horror. Huh. Let me make a note of that. And here's the thing. There's so many on Tubi and Amazon and stuff. There's so many Christmas horror movies that look good, like interesting, that I want to click on and watch. I just haven't had the time and just will not have the time before Christmas to get all of them. But those three I've been wanting to check out for a while, and they've been on my list of movies to buy. And so maybe now if I watch them, maybe one or two or all of them, I'll be like, I don't need to own that. Hopefully all three of them, I go like, I want to own those. So I'll keep them on the list, but we'll see. So here we go. I Hope Black Christmas airs on TV again this year or this weekend. I don't own the original. Yeah, Black Christmas. Well, let's see. That one, that's an interesting movie as far as where you may be able to see it. Right now, it looks like you can watch it on Tubi. So it's free, Jude. You should be able to see it for free on Tubi. But it says it's also on Shout. It's on Prime. It's on Peacock. It's on AMC. So supposedly that movie is everywhere right now. So Black Christmas, hopefully even Tubi. I mean, if you got a smart TV and you got an app there, you should be able to check it out. Anna and the Apocalypse. That's a fun one. I watched that. That is, I think that was number 10 in my top 10 Christmas movies this year. I love Anna and the Apocalypse. Nice, dude. Added those to my watch list. Homework has been assigned. That's it. Boom. It's happening. So, and I'll let you know throughout the week what time I'm going to go live. I'm leaning toward noon next Monday here. So it'd be 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Unfortunately, and that's just because, so Tuesday is Christmas Eve, Wednesday is Christmas. Monday, I'm going to be with extended family, having a big gathering and stuff. And so I won't be able to be here at 7 p.m. So we're planning ahead. And I think I'm going to aim for noon to do the live stream that day. So please join me for that. But I'll post it ahead of time and let you know. So hopefully y'all can swing it and be there for that. So let's see. We talked about all these. Again, great gifts from Gale, Dreamcatcher, and Dead Air. Love those. And Cemetery Man. Tonight's Watch. I'll be checking this out tonight. Love those. And Cadaver Christmas. And All the Creatures Were Stirring. That's a decent movie watching recently. I'm pretty happy with some of the stuff that I've seen recently. Jude has Anna and the Apocalypse, but haven't watched it yet. I recommend it. It is a fun watch. There's some batshit crazy moments in it. What were the trailers you recently saw? So, Antonis, so we were talking about. Let me get back to my other page here. Love Hurts. That's the one we were talking about earlier with the dude. I can't say his name. Data or Short Round. Looks good. Heart Eyes. Looks good. Flight Risk. So Love Hurts is going to be basically your first week in February, and the second week is going to be Heart Eyes. You got Flight Risk coming out with Mark Wahlberg 28 years later. That because a lot of people are doing trailer reactions, and we're doing lots of different things, talking about them and stuff. And I wasn't feeling good. Fluffy even messaged me when the trailer came out. Fluffy's like, do the reaction video, put it up. And like I saw Mel, My Killer Podcast, Mel, she did one, and it looks like got pretty good views. But I wasn't feeling good enough to do a reaction video on that. So I'm a little late to the party as far as talking about my thoughts on the 28 years later. I'm very excited. I love 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. Love those movies. But this one looks a little different, but as it should, because it's taken place 28 years after the fact. And so, I mean, you think about, like, take Walking Dead, for example. The zombie apocalypse takes place, and everybody's just in a free-for-all, running for their lives. But then as time goes on, they start to rebuild society and stuff. And so you would think 28 years later, society has kind of gotten a foothold into what it's going to be for the foreseeable future. So hopefully, there's some of that or whatever. I just hope it's good. I hope it's good, and we'll see. Let's see here. Pulling it up, looking at it. So, of course, Cillian Murphy, or is it Cillian? I don't. Cillian Murphy, however you say his name, who was in the first two, right? Or was he in both of them? No, definitely the first one, right? 28 Days. But he's back, which is great. Love him. He's a great actor. And so you got him returning, the face of the franchise. That's great. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, Ralph Fiennes. I love Ralph Fiennes. Love Ralph Fiennes. So I mean, cast wise, we're doing good. And so it says on IMDb, it says plot under wraps, the third film in the 28 Days Later franchise. There's not that much there. The trailer, you see, it starts off, you've got the mom dropping one of the kids off in the room, and saying, for like every, to stay there or whatever, because, bad shit's going on outside. So it's almost like it starts kind of, like it's like almost like a prequel. For the first part, and then maybe it jumps to 28 years later. But I can't wait. I love it. I pronounce like Killian. Okay, and that's I couldn't remember, and I should, because Killian's Red. I totally should. Killian's Red is a decent beer. I enjoy that. I don't even know if they still make that, but I love Killian's Red, so I should know that. Although Killian's Red, I think, is spelled with a K. Look at this, Jennifer. What up? Jillian with the J. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. What's up, Jennifer? How you doing? Reboots seem to suck. Just saying. Well, but this is not a reboot. This is just the third installment in the franchise. Now, 28 Days Later is in my top 5 of zombie movies of all time. 28 Weeks Later is good, but it's not quite there. But 28 Days Later, like that, and Train to Busan, and then like Return of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, stuff like pick your of the Deads out of there. But 28 Days Later is so good. But I'm like 28 Weeks Later. There were some people that just didn't care for it as much as the first one. I really enjoyed it too, though. So I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited. And I will be rewatching both the original films before this one comes out at some point. Yep. So, well, look at that. We're caught up. We're caught up with the comments. That's very good. Very good. But man, Nosferatu, however you want to say it. Very excited about that. I don't know if I'll be seeing it on Christmas Day. Let's see. That's Wednesday. I might be seeing it Thursday and then put up the review for Friday. But man, I'm very excited about that. I love me some Willem Dafoe. I love me some Willem Dafoe. Yeah, Killian's Red. So, and here's the thing. So Killian's Red, I had never had it until the first time. This will tell you how much of a boozer I am. The first time, it wasn't the first time I was in Denver or in Golden, Colorado, but I was in Golden, Colorado and toured the Coors brewery. And on the tour, you get to have fresh brewed that day, either a banquet, Coors Banquet, or Coors Light. And we all know OGP loves himself some Coors Light. So I had myself the Coors Light there. And then if you took the tour, which was free at the time, you had a wristband that had 3 tabs on it. So you got to go in and get 3 free pints. I had a Killian's Red. I had a Coors Light, of course. And then I forget the other one. It was some beer that was like only sold in Colorado. And I remember killing those. Haha. Play on words there. I loved Killian's Red, and that's what made me a fan of Killian's Red, because I was like, what else do I try? And I was like, you know what? I've seen Killian's Red around. I've never tried it, but I don't even know if they still make it. If they don't make it, it'd be a shame. Just like there was another beer from the 90s that I really liked too, and it was like Miller Red. It was like a red. I think it might have just been called Miller Red, but it was good. It was very good. But they definitely don't make that anymore. And then another beer that I can't find anywhere is Guinness Blonde. They had Guinness, and then they made a Guinness Blonde, and now they switched over and they got Guinness Stout or whatever, Guinness something. And it's fine, but made nothing like the Guinness Blonde. That Guinness Blonde was fucking phenomenal. I remember it was the day before St. Patty's Day a few years ago, and I was with Cinestalker down in San Diego, and like clock struck midnight, we were at an Irish pub drinking Guinness Blondes. It was a phenomenal evening. Which again, if anybody missed at the beginning of this show here, I should be down there. Cinestalker and I are planning to kick back this Thursday at his place. So it should be a live stream from there, me and him drinking, partying it up, and then another video on his end. So, or more, who knows? But definitely planning on being down there at Cinestalker's place this Thursday. And as long as I don't have like major plumbing issues, and I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about like with the bathtubs, then I should be down there. We should be partying it up Thursday. It's been way too long since Danny and I have partied. Last time I hung out with Danny was Cinestalker. If you don't know, his real name's Danny. But last time we hung out, I think it was Days of the Dead. It's like 10 months ago, or more, 11 months ago. I don't think I've seen him since then. That's crazy. You mentioned Bill Moseley a bit ago, which reminds me of a killer interview I saw with him on YouTube show called Talks from the Crypt. A good show to listen on a long drive. And you know what? And How's the G fam? I love when like if you're on a long drive, put on a podcast and just going. Like especially like Joe Rogan. I remember he had Dan Aykroyd on, and they talked for like over 3 hours, and it was just like phenomenal. 3-hour road trip, boom, just gone like that because you're so involved in the conversation. So that's cool. I'll have to look that up. Thanks. Defoe played the vampire in the last one, same movie remake, I think. Are you talking? So I saw Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe. Shadow of the Vampire. I hate that my S's are all the way over there. I don't know if I've seen it. Let me. And then I start typing in the whole thing. Shadow of the Vampire. Oh, John Malkovich. I like John Malkovich too. He's great. No, I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to add that. To the list. And again, I do have to say this, just as to not confuse. I'm a fan of movies. I don't proclaim to be an expert. there's a lot of YouTube channels out there. They're going to sit here and tell you this is what you should like and this is what you shouldn't like, and they're going to tell you all the facts about every single movie and everything. I'm just a fan, and we're just hanging out, talking movies, talking about things that we love or enjoy or having fun. And so I have not seen everything, and I'm not going to lie to you and proclaim that I've seen everything. Who has? You know, who really has had the time to sit down and watch everything? So, and plus, around the turn of the millennium there, I was like pretty busy, a lot going on in life. So wasn't watching a whole lot of movies. I had to do a lot of catching up over the last few years. But that one I'll definitely add to the list. John Malkovich is great. And that's that. Remember that movie Being John Malkovich? How fun was that movie? How crazy was that? Let's see here. I can't wait for 28 years later. Trailer looks amazing. Not too much of a giveaway. I know it's very the cryptic kind of radio messages. The woman kept saying the same words over and over and over. Like, what is that all about? It looks very interesting. I can't wait to check it out. Prequel 28 Days with Sandra Bullock was disappointing. No zombies, just booze. Oh man. Yeah. No. You know what? And it's funny. I think I own, it's like that and a double feature. It's like two Sandra Bullock movies. Because my wife is a big Sandra Bullock fan, and it's out in the garage. It's 28 Days, and I forget what the other movie is, but that is very funny. Oh man, movie theaters empty on Christmas. That's a good question, Antonis. I've never gone to movies on. No, I take that back. I think, did a Star Wars movie come out on Christmas? There's something that a few years ago, I think one of the Star Wars movies came out on Christmas, and I think me and the wife and kids all went to the movies once, but it was busy. It was busy, you know, because there's nothing else going on. And people, after a lot of people get up, they open up their presents, they have breakfast or whatever, and then it's like, okay, now what? And so I think going to the movies is a pretty common thing for people on Christmas. Boom, 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 boom. Danny was live. He did live. No, I know he did. He said it was like his first live stream in like a year and a half or something. How crazy is that, right? I'm over here like all the time live. But Danny, he goes out and does his little adventure videos or hunting or, stocking up videos and stuff. And then the booze. Oh man, why am I drawing a blank on the name of that? The hood drinks videos. So much fun. So much fun. Do people even go to the movie theaters? Yeah. I think they do. I think they do. Must watch Shadow. Okay. It is, let me flip this page back to where I was adding. Note made. I will check it out. I definitely will. Who remembers Miller Fortune Lager 6.9? Bad hangovers, but wild nights. I don't know if I ever tried that one. I don't remember that. So what is your favorite movie? Are you talking to me? What's my favorite movie? Well, for me, like, it's a tie. My all-time favorites are Silence of the Lambs and The Shining. One day I might lean one way. One day I might lean the other. It's hard to say. But man, I've seen some good movies lately that are like giving those two a run for their money. But The Shining and Silence of the Lambs, it doesn't get much better than those for me. Shadow of the Vampire is a remake of the original from the 20s. No, this is not I don't think this is a remake. The Nosferatu is, well, it's obviously a remake in Nosferatu, but I don't think they're remaking Shadow. It's pretty good remake though. Okay, nice. It gets Jude's stamp of approval. That's telling you something. When Days of the Dead for you guys, Days of the Dead, January, I think it's 17, 18, 19, or 18, 19. I don't know, is it 3 days or just 2? But Vegas, 18th and 19th. To be out there for that. I have to be out there for that. So, but anyways, with all of that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta fix the computer here still a little bit more. I gotta get all my things added, put back in here. I gotta all my software that I took out, I have to put back in here. Like my Final Draft, my script writing software, my Movie Magic program, where that is used for scheduling and making your your call sheets and things like that. And then I got to get. I'm using the camera audio, so hopefully it sounds good today. Because my Focusrite, my actual mixer over here, my mixing board, I don't have the software in there in the computer for that yet, so I got to get that updated. And a couple other programs I got to get put back on the computer here, and I gotta go watch this. And so again, before I go, I gotta say again, huge thank you to Gale for sending me this, for confusing me with Delamore Cemetery Man. Oh, Gale, you rock. Thank you again so much for this. And thank you all for hanging out with me tonight and talking movies for a while. It's been a blast. Love my sweater. Big thank you to my daughter for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful next few days before Christmas. Go get your shopping done. Don't wait till the last minute. We went into Walmart yesterday, the day before, and it was a madhouse. I was about to have a panic attack. I had to get out of there. I'm not one for crowds anymore, and I had to get out of there. I was about to lose it. And we went to Target. It wasn't so bad, but it was still crowded. So the stores are getting crowded. So go get your stuff done that you got to do, and be ready for Christmas. I will be back next Monday. And we'll just call it noon. Well, I'll be back next Monday at noon instead of 7 p.m. So 7 hours earlier. So 3 p.m. on the East Coast, I will be here. Noon on the West Coast. We'll be doing Horror Movie Monday next week. We will be talking about, get the list, Red Snow, Nutcracker Massacre, both available on Tubi, and there's Something in the Barn, which is on Netflix. We're going to be talking about all three of those movies next Monday. Also, be on the lookout Thursday for something from me and Cinestalker. There will be videos coming up from the Christmas trip I took to New York. So we got New York videos coming. Tons and tons of fun stuff. It's going to be coming out. So be sure you've subscribed to the channel if you would. And when you subscribe, the little subscription thing, it'll just be a line, but it won't be filled in. You want to have it filled in so you get the notifications. If you do notifications, for me, I don't really do YouTube notifications. I go and I look at the channels that I want to watch, and which is very rare. But if you do like the notifications, you got to make sure and hit that button on there twice to make sure the box is filled in there. But anyways, thank you all, everybody. I see all you saying have a good night and everything. So I will just say this to all of you: have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful December as we approach Christmas. Until I see you December 23rd right here. We'll see you again from Cinestalker's Phat on Thursday. A lot of fun stuff coming up. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. If you would, I would appreciate it. Antonis, again, thank you for that super chat right off the bat. You rock. Everybody, have yourselves a wonderful night. Steve Mayers, Jennifer, all you, everybody who's ever contributed to the channel, everybody who's ever won anything. Thank you for playing. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Have yourselves a good night. I will see you in a couple days.